Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bettina and I'm a makeup enthusiast. In today's video I'm going to do a bit of a get ready with me first impressions video using some new goodies that I have in my collection and some old ones as well, because I don't have enough new stuff for every single category, but I do have some pretty cool new stuff. So I finally received all my Rephr brushes in the mail, so I haven't used these yet. These are freshly washed, so I'm excited to try these out. And I also have this guy right here. This is the Tati Beauty Textured Neutrals palette, and I have these guys. So I'm getting ready to go out for a dinner with some of my work colleagues. I'm going to do, I guess, like a New Year's Eve-esque look. This is what the palette looks like in all her glory. I think I might probably avoid this glitter row for today. My eyes are feeling a little bit sensitive today, so I don't really want to give them another reason to like be even more upset. This mirror is glorious. Can you guys see yourself? There you are. It is huge and it is so clear. Oh my lord, you can see your whole face in this mirror. It doesn't quite close, like fold over itself, and it doesn't stand up very well, but you can hold it, like you can hold it quite straight. And when I'm on holidays, this is kind of like how I like to use or do my makeup. Like I might sit in front of a window or something like that and hold a mirror like this and dip into my makeup that way. So it's a really nicely designed palette. I'm not quite sure about the quality of the shadows just yet because I haven't even touched them. I wanted to save this for my like first impressions. These ones here are 3 reds, so that's why I said it's probably going to be like a very New Year's Eve-esque type video. So I'm going to start off with my eyes. I'm going to zoom you guys in as well. I have a little sample, or what's left of a sample, of the Urban Decay primer potion. I have a little sample left in here, or a little bit left from the sample. I'm just going to use that to prime my eyes. So I was just using the Rephr P21 brush just to pop that over the lid. This is just like a flat shader brush. And it's done a good job at putting that over my eyes. Oh, I've already got glitter stuck to my eyes and I haven't even used any of it yet. Oh my gosh. So that was the P21. I do like that one. Very simple, just putting cream shadows on and whatnot. I'm going to take this one. This is the number 16 brush. I'm going to go into the colour Aurora Matte, this one right here. And I'm going to blend that from my crease right up to my brow. This one is like a kind of tapered blending brush, but it is a lot longer, I would say, than most of my other blending brushes like this. This one here is probably one of my favorites. This is from Haku Hodo, and it is it's only a tiny little bit longer. This one has kind of fluffed up a little bit more since I've used it for so long and so much. I have no idea what this is because it is completely rubbed off. This one's a little bit stiffer and the hairs are white. I think it's a little bit more narrower in diameter too, as opposed to that one. Then I'm going to take this little tiny brush right here. This is the Rephr number 13 brush, and I think I want to maybe use this colour here on the outer corner kind of quite lightly, because I want to have like a really soft look, because my dress that I'm wearing tonight is kind of like a pale pink. So I might go in with Soothe Matte first, and I'm going to run that through my crease. Ooh, that precision. Ooh, I like this brush already. This brush keeps it like really tight. It's like a really tight, tiny blending buffing brush. But because it's so tiny and it almost like comes to a point, it keeps the colour very, very like concise and tight. The number 14 brush, which is like probably about the same size in diameter as the brush I was just using, but it's a lot longer. And this is the number 14 brush, and I'm just dipping into Matte Poet, and I'm just going to focus this on my outer corner and blending into that shade that I just laid down. Just want to grab like a more flat style brush. Actually, maybe this bullet brush. This is the number 12 brush. See? Just going back into that first brush, the number 16 brush, and dipping into Soothe Matte, which is this brownie coloured here. Just really lightly dipping into it, and then I'm just blending up towards my brow bone. Just going to dip once again a tiny little bit into that burgundy colour and just run that through the crease, just to make the colours blend together a little bit, otherwise they're looking a little bit sharp next to each other. Just dipping into Ritual Matte, this one here, the dark brown. Just basically going to go over everything that I just laid down with that colour. Just to make it a little bit more brown, I think, because these do, because they're like white bristled. If you are using bright colours, like the colour really grips on the brush. Now I'm then going to go in with the number 2 brush. This is like a really flat, wide brush. I'm going to take, I think this one here, this is Metallic Aura, this one right here. I'm going to pop this one all over my lid. And then just back in with that bullet brush that has the pink still on it. I'm not taking any additional product. I'm just almost like flicking across. And same on the other side, just to blend it all together. Now I'm just going to take the tiniest little bit of this one right here. This is Matte Memory, just like the tiniest little dot. And I'm going to tap off the excess and really just pat a little bit on each eye, because I think that's more than enough. And just blend it in, just to add the tiniest little bit of definition. Now, I think I'm happy with how the top is looking. We have a little bit of fallout. I don't know if you can see that like shimmer on the inner corner there. There is a little bit of fallout, not too much though. I think I'm going to go ahead just for something a little bit softer. This is very different to what I normally do. I'm just going to take Matte Memory, which is the black, on a angled liner brush, and I'm going to do a line, basically a wing, I guess you could say, but using shadow. That's what I like how it looks. I don't really like how that looks, if I'm honest. Just going back in with the bullet brush, I'm going to blend this out. So now I'm going to move on to my base. might be able to get full out. Got my Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer here. This is a little sample. Just taking a little bit on a spatula, rubbing this all over my face. Concealer. So I'd like to just pop a little bit under my eyes. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. One of my faves. Just taking the Refa number 17 brush. This is supposed to be, it's like a little tiny flat top kabuki, kind of like the Sigma F80s, but I'd say it's probably about half the size. And it's supposed to be for foundation. So I'm just using this to blend in my concealer first. I'm then going in with my L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Matte Foundation, and I'm going to pop some straight onto the brush. So I just got like that much. I don't think that's going to be enough. I don't remember the last time I used a brush to actually apply my foundation. So I've just quickly grabbed my sponge because I don't really like the way that this looks. I'm just going to blend it out with my sponge. Let it down the neck. I think I am too pale for this foundation at the moment as well. I will admit that. It's going to be a no on this foundation. This looks really bad. This looks really bad. I don't know what hell's going on at the moment with this foundation. I'm going to take this off and start again. So I have a sneaking suspicion that it may have been that primer, so I'm going to switch to the Ofra Northern Lights Illuminating Primer. And this brush just takes way too long to do a full face. So I'm going to pop that to the side. I'm going to see if it works with some cream products. Concealer, again, Maybelline Fit Me. This is in the colour Light. I think next time I buy this I'm going to pick up the fair colour. And this time I'm going to use my sponge. This is the Ella Cosmetics Beauty Sponge. I'm going to use the same foundation. Maybe that can be a good one to pan in the new year. I think I prefer a sponge. I think I just like the way it looks on my skin a bit better. To me it looks a little bit less coverage. This is the Smashbox Bronzer Stick. I'm just going to pop a little bit of this on my forehead, on my cheek, and I guess my jawbone. Just a tiny little bit, just to see how this little guy goes blending it out. I think that's much better at blending out like cream face products. And then going in with, ooh, so many brushes to choose from. Let's go with this one. This is the number 19 brush. It's like a tapered brush. And I'm just using the Hourglass Veil Mineral Powder. And I'm using that under my eyes to set my concealer. And next I'm going to take the number 5 brush. This is like a bigger domed powder brush, using my my Australis Fresh and Flawless powder, and I'm just setting the rest of my face. I'm getting a little bit of shedding, but that is pretty typical for like natural hair brushes. My Tati palette is so messy already because it's that like textured, that matte finish. It gets dirty really easy. I'm then going in with my Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette and into the darker colour here. I think this one is called Radiant Light, and I'm using this guy. This is the P22. This is huge. Like, this is huge. Just dipping that one in and just bronzing my face up a bit. I actually like this brush, and particularly like for here. Yes, it's fat, but you can kind of like lay the product down and then you can turn it on the side and like blend it out. Ooh, I quite like that one. Then I'm going in with my Refa number 4 brush. This is a tapered blush brush. And I'm using my Hourglass Quad. I'm going to use the one in the corner here, which is Lucid Glow. Lucid Glow? Yeah, Lucid Glow. No, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. I cannot count. Infinite Flush. I might just pop a touch of this one in there as well. This is Lucid Glow, this one. Just like the tiniest little dab in. And blend it out. And then I'm going to go back in with my massive bronzer brush and just run over both of those sides. Next we have the number 2. This is a fan brush. This is quite thick compared to most fan brushes that I have used before. I've never really been the biggest fan of fan brushes. So we'll see how we go with this one. This one seems to pick up a decent amount. And this is the Benefit Cookie Highlighter. That's actually quite a nice. I don't know whether I will incorporate it into my everyday routine, but it's alright. It's alright. Now to finish off my eyes, I'm gonna go back in and I have a pencil brush here, a flat blending brush, or a crease brush, pencil brush, crease brush, and another blending brush that I haven't used yet. So for the crease brush, I'm just going to take, I think, a mixture of Poet and Memory, so the black and the purpley pink colour, and I'm going to run that for most of the way, maybe till about here, and then I might do Soothe for the rest of the way. Okay, I kind of changed my mind because the black has kind of overpowered the outer corner, so I'm just going to go in to Poet now and run that for a bit of the way. Maybe, actually, I might run it the whole way. What the hell? I'm going to pop a little bit of Ritual over the top just to take away the super pinkness of it. I really like that. And this brush, number 1, traditionally I would use it as a crease brush, but to add colour under the eyes, it actually goes really nice. And then for the number 15, I'm just going to go into Aurora Lights, this one here. And I'm just going to kind of blend under the eyes with that. And blend away some of this shadow so it's very, I feel like at the moment my eyes are kind of being pulled down a little bit because of the shape of the shadow that I have here. So I'm just going to use this to blend away some of this corner here. So that's a good one as well, just for blending. You can never have too many blending brushes. And then with the Refa R3, I'm going to pop the colour Aurora Metallic, which is the one that I used over the lid. I'm going to pop that on my inner corner. I'm going to wrap it around to the lower lash line. And I'm just going to take some setting spray and I'm going to wet this and see what effect we get when it's wet. Just to top it off, I'm going to run some black liner on my waterlines. Just going to do my eyebrows. I'm happy with how everything looks. I'm just going to hit it with some setting spray. And yes, I know I use a lot. I'm going to go off, curl my hair, put some mascara on, change, and then I'll be back with you and we'll pop the lip on last minute because I don't want to get lipstick all over my dress, so I'm going to get changed first and then I'll put the lip. So I opted for a black top and some long, like almost culotte style pants instead of my dress. I need to do like a little alteration, like I need to put like a little tack on the front of it because it has a little bit too much material, so it can fall down, and I don't really feel like showing my work colleagues my bra or my boobs, so I've opted not to go for that today. We are ready for the gloriousness. I don't know which one I'm going to choose. Maybe for this one is Velvet Jazz, so this is like the deep red. Then we have Velvet Morning, is like more of like an orangey red, and then we have Velvet Ribbon, which is like a true red. I think Velvet Jazz is going to go with this look better. Guys, let's do this. So I just used the P21 to clean that up. So this is the final look using the Tati Beauty Textured Neutrals palette, my Lisa Eldridge Velvet Jazz lipstick, it's already got, and my Repro brushes. Those were the new goodies that I used. I really like how this look turned out. I love this red. Oh my gosh, I'm living for this red. Yeah, so far so good with everything. I will see how this wears throughout the night. The eyes, I mean, I layered and blended a whole heap of different colours together, and I think it still turned out really nicely, even though I kind of changed my mind and my direction halfway through the look. So I think it turned out really well. I love how like kind of sultry, smoky, almost bridal-esque glam look that I got. I really enjoyed how it turned out. Oh, and all my Repro brushes so far, I really like them. The only one I probably am a bit iffy on is this small flat top kabuki brush and the fan brush. I just traditionally don't normally use fan brushes. It did leave a really nice effect to the highlighter, but I traditionally don't use these two kind of brushes, and then I didn't end up using the number 18 brush, so I'll have to try that at some point in the future because they are all really nice and soft. They blend really nice and beautifully, and I really like the smaller brushes that are included in this set. The Tati Beauty palette, one thing I will say I was quite annoyed about is I didn't even touch or swatch the glitters today. It must have just been from, I don't know, something on the palette, some glitter got caught on the palette or something like that, but even from that I ended up having glitter on my face, which was quite annoying. So that's it for this first impressions get ready with me look using some new goodies in my collection and also some existing goodies. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you liked the outcome of this look. Also, if you're new around here and you like these kind of videos, I hope you would consider subscribing down below so you can keep up to date on all videos coming in the future. That's it for this video, everyone. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.